It's a job to be a housewife. And the thing is that no matter how much we delegate, like for my business, yes, you delegate shopping for me and all that, you have a house up here. The thing is that you cannot delegate a complete role, a housewife.
Okay, can I draw this conversation back to what true feminism really is?
You know,
and I had a totally different
opinion. Yes.
I do. You know,
they have rights, even where their husbands take for the wives. They have serious rights.
No, I mean, as far as I told you on this show that there's nothing in the Quran that says a man must have 4 wives.
They don't have to, but even in the situation where they do, the women who are in the house beforehand
but I know so
have
many
rights.
Muslim women who are so sad, so
it's
like
the culture.
So are Christian women who are so sad.
Miserable, yes.
Miserable.
The difference is
I'm miserable.
The difference is with the
terrible
Christians, you know, they have wives. And they have all those concubines that people don't know. And it goes on. But I mean,
and don't give their wives the rights of the wife.
So which really is...
But then you're allowed to wake up in the morning and wear whatever you want. But sometimes the covering of the face and everything is a bit much.
But a Muslim woman tells you she doesn't mind. Saudat just left with her head
covered. She just told us that
the point is a function of what you want. Now, it brings me back to what feminism really is. Can we address that issue?
Okay, you know, maybe it's easier to actually say what feminism is.
Do you want to give me my glasses before she crushes it?
Yes.
Yeah, just relax. Renee, relax, don't worry.
Because if it follows me everywhere. If you can say what it is not, then...
verify that it's not.
It is. We've already said that it is not trying to be men. Is it trying to have the responsibilities and roles of a man? That's what it is not. Even though
but some women want the roles and
Let me
responsibilities of a
answer
man.
this
Okay, but is that right?
Now, if a
It's
wife
what
says,
she wants. Not for
Okay, what's Renee saying? Although Renee didn't answer my question, is it really a matriarchal society?
I was going to say, being a matriarchal society, does it mean you're all feminists? Or you're
But I
not
don't think
feminist?
every part of
Or
Ghana is
what?
actually matriarchal. I think it's different.
no, I don't think. But sorry, I've got such a terrible cough.
It's okay.
Now,
Can you offer some water?
Can you believe it?
Can you be here? You're the small girl. Go and get the water, Joe.
Man, can I offer you a drink?
Water, thank
Okay,
you.
man. Coming up very soon.
Can you see this Ghanaian just talking like
Just
us?
checking.
Just talking
You know
like
how
us.
you know, between Ghana and Nigeria, we always say we speak better English than you guys do.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You know, you
No, listen to how I'm
want that
speaking.
water?
No, not at all.
Are you going to get that water?
don't always
Saying that sorry about how we speak.
But you know, a lot of Nigerians think I'm Nigerian.
Yes, you're so like us. That's why with the
Yeah.
curves, man.
Oh.
Those things don't happen anywhere else.
I had a
but
Yoruba in a Delta fighting over me. She's Delta now, she's Yoruba now. I was like, I love you all.
But if you spoke 2 sentences, they would.
I would know. Hair,
I can.
Jess.
I
you know.
can
It's
say.
just that always gives you guys away.
Yeah.
No, but hair.
Yes.
I love hair. I love hair.
No, okay, but seriously, matriarchy. What is it really?
Maybe I don't
Describe
even
it.
understand. Maybe I don't even understand.
Your women seem to be like,
Because you say in Ghana, women
Yes.
answer. There's a
you can
place in
answer your mother's
Ghana.
name. Is that true?
You can answer your mother's name.
Yes.
Like what? You could what?
Her surname instead of your father's.
No, you
your mother- your mother's
no.
family. So
No,
what
what
is-
it
what
is,
is it?
it depends on the tribe.
But your lineage.
You see,
is
and we
more
keep
linked
pushing
to your
that.
mother.
No.
No, not at all.
Tell us.
No. In some tribes, you would say you are your mother's tribe. You would take your father's name, but you say you are your mother's tribe and not your father's tribe.
If you're a girl or a boy.
If you're a girl or a boy.
Oh, really?
Yes, but
can't
you
do
would take
that
your
in
father's
Nigeria.
name.
You always
take
say
so
your
for
father's-
example, my father is an Ewe. No, I'll use my mother's side. So my mother's mother is a Fanti. My mother's father is a Kwewu. The Ashantis take the mother's side. So my mother will say she's a Fanti. She will not say she's a Kwewu. But she has her father's name.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean?
So what about you? So what are you?
I'm an Ewe. My father is an Ewe. They're the most beautiful women in Ghana.
So you think
So I hope you edit
your mother is
it.
Fanti.
And my mom is
But
Fanti.
you didn't adopt being fat.
Because my father is not an Akan. My father is an Ewe. If you're an Akan, then you take both parents an Akan. Then you take your mother's side.
What
my
do you
father is an
Is
Ewe.
it a tribe or?
Yes.
So it's a
Akan is like
cultural thing she's
yes.
saying.
I think it's a
Cultural.
cultural thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you raised differently? Are
From
they,
Nigerians.
Girls are
are the
still
Akans
suppressed.
raised differently,
You
for
know
instance?
what? I'll tell you. I think it's changed now. But growing up, there are some families that will give boys, their sons, more meat than girls.
It happens there too.
Do you understand? It's like you are the man. Now that's where the difference comes in with feminism and also with growing you're bringing up your sons to be good men in society, good husbands. Because in some homes, what they do is, you know, even if it's your older sister, she has to serve you your food. So yes,
I'm shocked.
Yes, I met a lady recently who was saying that her younger brother went to university. At the weekend, she had to pound fufu and soup, take it to her brother, bring his clothes home, wash it, iron it, and take it back.
Are their parents educated?
Now listen, listen. I'm not saying it's right.
Yes.
I said I heard somebody saying this, you know. Now what it is they believe that a man has to be like, you have to serve a man. Now I'm married, I'm happily married. I do not mind serving my husband. But I think, by choice. But I think that if, like, the man, like, you know, just says there, say, come and take my place away, come and do this, and talks to you like that, like you're a servant, that's when I think it's wrong. But I love to serve him, and, you know, and he will thank me for my food all the time.
What if he doesn't thank you?
I don't mind.
You will still serve him.
No, it's something that I enjoy.
Yes, because
no, but it's also
that's
about, I love
initial
him so much
respect.
that I want to do that for him. That is me.
So it's when everybody drinking water. Is it say?
We're just all suddenly thirsty.
But you know, a lot of...
matter can weigh you out.
Maybe it's too deep. Please, cheers. No, let's see what we'll do about it because it's too deep. It's
But
too
when
deep.
we talk about violence,
militants,
not about
the
militants,
militants, yeah.
yes. I think that some things have to be addressed that
By
way.
fire, by force.
Yes, and whether you're a feminist or
Can you
not.
give an example of things that in our society that needs to be addressed like that?
Like the issue of the raping of the little girl.
Fair enough.
That
Abuse.
you can't be quiet about that.
Yeah, but both male and female. It shouldn't be a woman that will be quiet about that.
Why
would
that
be
happen?
beats a
Because
woman?
women got
Yes.
together and fought. That's what I believe feminism is when, like you're saying, like we fight for our rights. I personally believe in like you know, female empowerment, being loving yourself, being confident in yourself, and
your
all of
work
that.
is in that area.
You know, that's
empathy,
what. Do you understand?
yes.
I really like that. You know, so that's why I'll say. So I don't like. I've met someone. I'm a feminist and no nonsense from a man. And a lot of them even sometimes say that they will not marry. I've met some of them because they don't want. Yes, and that's the extreme. That's when I'll say I'm not a feminist because I am not. That kind. I don't think there's anything wrong with.
I'm with you, Renee. I told them I like doors being opened for me.
Step back. You know, when you are at the lift and the door opens, I like men to step back. I like men to get up when I walk into a room. I was raised like that.
Would you say, why are you giving me?
So if you like doors being opened for you, then he likes his pounded yam at 2 a.m.
That's an unreasonable request.
I'm just saying. Maybe that's an extreme example. But there's some things that the man likes. So if you're a traditional woman, there are things that you want your man to do for you. And as a traditional man, there are things that you want your wife to do.
Did you just hear,
so I think
Renee?
there's a balance.
Did you just hear, Renee? I've been married 31, 6 years. This year. And you heard Renee. When the cook is not there on Sunday, I actually set the tray and take my husband straight to him.
But let me turn this
There's nothing
around.
wrong with that, though.
If a man chooses to be in the house, he becomes the house husband. Do you think African women will accept that?
Some.
Okay.
Do you think? Because it's like we say we are feminists, but when the guy now decides to, you know
Exactly.
what? I want to let you be. And pay all the bills. I'll be at home, I'll look after the kids.
I'm
Now the
very
women
practical
stop respecting those men.
No, you see, I believe.
How long can you
not
last?
it's not that.
Because men have a...
But I
there's
think
in- and yes, it's an innate...
Okay, let's go one at a
Second.
time. Okay.
See, abroad, if you have
India abroad?
Yes, India abroad, of the USA and the UK. If you have two people that have high-flying careers and they have childcare issues, they sit down and they say, who earns more? Is it to advantage for the person that earns less to stay at home and save me on childcare and all that? So if it's the woman that earns more, she goes to work and the husband starts to look after that. There's nothing wrong. We're both parents.
But I'm saying, how many African women can accept that?
Yeah,
I can accept it very easily if my money is more.
But maybe
and I know that I will
accept
come
it.
home and he has made my dinner.
You should accept
Thank you. Be honest.
I bet you can make because I don't. Okay, wait. My ex-husband was a very good. He was a better cook than I was.
Yeah.
So I liked it when he made my dinner, and he liked to make dinner.
That's
And I want
Please, Fumi, tell me, what's your brain saying?
In my brain, I like to look up to a man.
So if he's not working, that means he's not working.
If I am feeding him
and he's whining and asking me about
can't
money,
whine now. If he's
it will sound like whining.
She's being honest.
I'm being honest. I am being honest.
Yes, and
The practicality you just described
Yes.
sounds very logical.
On paper.
But
Left brain function.
we could start that, and then along the way, my brain is not reaching to those ideals. And I'm coming home.
Maybe I
and
should
I'm
ask
not...
you, would you be happy if your son got married to a girl and then the son becomes the one that's at home because they're being modern?
No, I would not.
Why?
Because I
Actually,
believe...
I would not actually. I like myself.
Look at that.
Lazy.
Look at that.
He wasn't raised like that.
So what is good at your generation is not good for your children's
He
generation.
needs to work.
A woman will go to work and come home, and the man wouldn't have done everything that she would have done if he was home.
Yes.
I know of a situation, and the woman, you know, the guy was working on contracts. He hasn't had a couple of contracts in a while, you know, fine. She's working very hard. But she works so hard, so she's paying everything, paying the bills, everything. But she comes home and he hasn't done what she would have done. Sometimes double work. Because he's sitting there, what he's eating, he's piling the plates
that's
and
not
everything.
fair now. That's
waiting.
so that's
and
a
he's a
wicked,
house
he's a
husband.
wicked man now. What is that? That's
Okay,
not fair.
okay, can I just tie this in? What it means is that, you know, though we would like to be appreciated, I don't know, you know, what I hear is, you know, but the man must still play his role. Now, she said something he doesn't know how. We're not raising our sons to know how to take care of themselves and their family if they have to.
Yes.
So for me,
now.
the true feminist is the one that raises her boy to understand that you're a boy by virtue of the fact that you have a P. Yes. Or call it PP. You know, I mean, yeah, what's the name? You know, I mean, I you know, by virtue of fact, and I'm a girl because I have boobs. Whether you like it or not, they're there, and it won't change. But our brains are the same thing. So, but these are our brains. I don't think we are ready for house husband yet. We say we want feminism, but we want to eat our cake and have
our
it.
brains are not the same. The left brain function for the male is more prominent.
But you know,
it's
some
logical,
males have...
and the right brain function is more emotional.
It depends. In some guys, the left brain function is more... That's why you have some guys who are feminine.
And in
and
some
then,
girls.
I'm telling you, in some girls, the right
so
brain...
in their mind and their thinking. Or
Yes,
I like logic.
Everything. The now society allows them to... You know, the point is, you just think like a woman. Doesn't mean you have to act like a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, but can we... Okay, yeah, go on.
Sadly, our conversations have to round up very soon, but go ahead.
Do you believe that men and women are equal?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Okay, wait.
They're not equal at all.
I have to go by the spiritual angle now.
They are not equal.
No,
they are
no,
different.
let me
but they
explain
have
why I said
equal.
yes.
Right. Yes.
In the Bible, I'm a Christian. In the Bible, it says, male and female made he them.
Yes.
He made. We're the two sides of God for a Christian. When he separated them physically, he gave them the same commission: be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it. So they had the same role. Now, as they began to operate,
Okay, you know what?
the roles differed.
Let me take a break. I'll
Yes.
take a break and I'll be back and this conversation will end. Trust me. But it will continue again next week.
Welcome back to Conversations, TW Conversations. We're on the lounge and talking about feminism. I just asked a question and I find
I said repeat it.
that everybody's question is, do we believe that men and women are equal?
I've already told you my own. No. She's also defending her. Or maybe you should talk.
I want to make a difference between equality and similarities.
Oh, okay. You see, mathematician equals to. Is different
Equal
from.
is two human beings are equal.
Yeah.
Whether culture doesn't make them equal in each culture, it's a different thing, but we are equal. However, we are not totally similar.
We are dissimilar.
There are differences. That's why one is called a woman and one is called a
What
man.
do you think?
Yes, I agree.
Please bring out your dictionary. What do
do
you
agree.
think? Before she reads what
You
dictionary
know,
says.
we're equal, but we're not the same.
We're not cute.
We're not the same. We don't have the same. Yeah.
So are we using the term equality loosely? Let's see what the dictionary says equality is. And then we'll know whether we're defining it right. Because, you know, when we say equality, to me, what that means is, if there's something to be had, I shouldn't be denied it because I'm female.
Yes, that's it.
Whatever it is. But there are some things that I can't do because I'm female.
Definitely.
And there are some things that he can't do that I'm female.
Those things?
Correct.
Why would you want those things that you can't do because you're female? Why would you want them
That's
anyway?
the question you should
That's
ask
where
the
equality
militant.
begins
To be silly, yes.
Equal.
We allow her to read because her eyes are still together. I will need my glasses.
Equal, the same in size, quantity, value, etc., as something else.
The same in size.
You see?
Yes, size, quantity, value.
It's value. We're talking
Having the same rights or being treated the same as other people without differences such as race, religion, or sex being considered. Yes, so equality is the sense of being equal.
But definitely we're not similar.
I think even though
I like her definition. We're not equal.
we are equal.
We're equal, but we're dissimilar. I'm a man, I can lift a boulder if I wanted to, a huge rock. You're a woman, you can't lift it.
If I built up my muscle, I probably could.
Yes, if you built up your muscle, yes, but you would look a little bit odd. You wouldn't look that feminine any longer. You'd have those curves. That doesn't make you that much attractive. Why would I want to be less attractive? I like being
some
female.
men like those things, though.
Yes.
I don't know any man that
Basically,
Which kind of men do you know?
You've been left with childbirth. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yes.
Like the tires.
But men don't have that chore of birthing children. And
Well, you guys know that they're trying to get a man to get pregnant?
they're silly. That will never happen.
I read about a man who was pregnant.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen.
Yes, a couple.
Are you sure?
Yes, there was
can
a man.
implant-
He was
In which
was a
woman?
hermaphrodite.
They don't have a uterus.
He's a hermaphrodite. No.
No, but
Hermaphrodite.
I heard that.
He was a
Okay,
hermaphrodite.
you guys will
On the
stop now.
morning show.
Stop. Come on. No.
Okay, feminism. So back to our topic. Back to our topic.
Kill the visual.
I believe that we are equal, but I think there's a hierarchy. In relationships, there's a hierarchy.
Depending on circumstance.
Yes.
Depending on circumstance.
And if we're going to go back to, because I'm a Christian, I'm going to refer to my faith, where there's God, the man, and the woman. However, even before God, we're all the same. But there's a
It's roles and responsibilities.
It's roles and responsibilities, yes.
And you know, and that is where culture begins to tweak these roles and responsibilities. Because no matter how hard my husband tried, he could never have breastfed my kids. So by virtue of that, if my children, he probably would. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Men are fighting for the thing with their children, as you know. So the point is, if we realize that there's some things that we can't do and some things we can't do as women, right? Then we begin to recognize the fact that maybe our cry should be, give us equal rights. I have said it and I will say it again. When I come back to this world, if there's anything like that, I will still want to be a woman because my money is my money. His money is our money.
My husband does that sometimes.
That is me.
You can't be a feminist and say that.
I can. Because I'm a woman, I must be treated as a woman. Do you know how it is? I will take my father's name. Do you know my father's name?
That's another thing I want to...
Do you know my father's name?
I need to address that. Sorry. I know your father's name.
Okay, that's because you know.
But here's the thing, right? I think it's a cultural thing. Before the white man came, when a man, a Nigerian or African man married his wife, who was she? She was...
somebody's child. In my language, they say,
that's it.
For example, my mother is Ovie Mori, the child of Mori.
Yes.
You know,
even though you were married to...
Even though you were your father's name.
I can hold on to any name I so choose.
No, but you see, the way you were saying, do you know my father's name?
Yes, because my father is down, but if you ever have to refer to me, you would think of Onye Nokwe. You would never know where I came from.
No,
so
but
I would rather say
that because of like his prominence or
no, I don't care if he's a plumber.
Equality, we
yes.
lose our father's name and they keep their name.
So why can't I? So I am a Desua, and that's good enough.
It appears to be that the enemy here is culture.
Culture as they do it.
Yes, because that's what's making everyone crazy and begin to pick sides. Because if we took culture out, do you think we'll still have the same challenge we have with feminism now? If you took culture and threw it out of the window and said, you know what?
It would take the struggle out of it.
No, take the struggle out of it.
It
It would take the struggle out. I think it would take the struggle out of it.
Because who are we without our culture?
Because it's very subtle, but you have a situation where a man is having an argument with the woman and he says,
shut up, I'm the man.
Yes, I'm talking. Do you know I'm the man?
Okay.
I'm talking.
Or your driver will be arguing, say, I get your type for house.
Well, that day, Third Mainland Bridge, somebody's driver. The water will receive somebody's driver. I guess
maybe not your driver.
Come down, let me beat him very well.
So I think those are the things. It is the way it is interpreted that women don't like. I mean, because if you talk about fight and militancy, even in Africa, even in Nigeria, people have read about women's riots.
Yes.
You know, these women walked, took off their tops. You've heard about Femi,
just tie their wrappers
Mrs.
on their
Ransom
waist.
Kuti.
Yes.
You know, she's done that.
Mm.
So, but you see, our men are scared that we want to be men. And I will tell them quite confidently, I don't want to be a man.
We don't want to be men.
No.
I don't know if you want to be a man.
I don't want to be a
I don't
man.
want to be a man. No.
But I want my rights.
I want to be able to do things
I want
that
to
help
be respected.
build.
That's what I
Yes,
want.
you know.
Okay, what do you want? Let me just do it
society.
quickly. What do you want?
I want to be respected, you know, and I want
And respect
to be...
means?
Yeah, no, respect means like, you know, if I have an opinion, I want to be able to voice my opinion.
What do you
Same
want?
here, I want to be respected and heard.
Wow.
Yes.
What do you want?
I want the freedom to pursue my passions.
Okay, that's
And fulfill my
and what were you
purpose.
saying?
I want equality in what society gives me, in what a man gives me.
Would you say you got equality growing up and up until today?
I was very, very lucky to have had my father.
Totally blessed.
I got equality.
So at the end of the day, it's back to the father, right? And again, I always trace it back to the mothers who raised the fathers. Because and the fathers, they take a cue from how their fathers behave to their mothers.
Yes.
And if you love your mother, at least if your father has been bad to your mother, don't do it to the woman that comes in. But then again, what if your son marries the woman that is a militant feminist? And he says he should work at home and she's the one that is working at the other side. Food for another day. That's discussion for another day.
Yes.
There are some things we must take the repercussions of our actions. That's the point.
Yes.
When we want it this way, this is benefits. This is what happens. So on this note, I'd like us to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
We'll see you again
Thanks
in the
for having
lounge,
me.
having today's woman TW conversations, and we'll see you again
Okay.
next
Put
week.
this back.
If the Lord tarries, that is.
I always want to keep my father
Women are in control.
You it's a negotiation. It's a negotiation between you and your husband.
No, but look, they say that, oh, a Christian woman, how can you want to keep that is rebellion and that is, and I
Okay,
say,
if you have a
before
different
the Igbo man came to show us their culture.
I think we should discuss that
I
thing.
would like to have a
But
compound
do you know
name
why
or
we should have a
something.
conversation around that? Because if you are traveling and you are going somewhere and you have your kids and you are bearing one name and your children are bearing another name, they will ask you, who is their father? You are giving grief.
You can't even
Because
travel
society-
without a,
You
who
have-
was it
that's
that
a
had
right
trouble
permission
because
now.
the father's
I think in South
name
Africa
or
they are doing that.
In every country, that's the right permission for the father to.
If you are
For the
taking
mother
if you're
to
taking your
take
children
the-
out of here and
In
you know,
out
there's
of
no
Nigeria.
yes, they have to give permission.
The father has to give permission.
And say you have allowed
No, if you're taking an underage,
a particular.
of course it comes to the
Yes,
fore
yes.
when there's trouble
If
in
they're
the
under-
family.
When there's trouble, yes.